Guys, Brahmas90 here, back for another Forza video, but today I have a little something different. So, a few days back, or sometime late last week, sorry, there was actually a video that got leaked for the new Forza Horizon 3, which is supposed to come out soon, or by soon I mean the end of the year, which is supposed to be the new game coming out, because they rotate every year, and they did Forza 6 last, meaning that it has to be a Horizon game next, right? So there's a 3-second video out there that actually shows a Forza Horizon 3 end of a possible trailer. Yeah, ignore that crash. Like a possible ending to a trailer that could possibly be released soon, showing us what to expect in the new Forza Horizon 3. I mean, for me, I'd kind of like a street kind of race thing, but that seemed a lot like Need for Speed, so I highly doubt they'll do that, because it'll be a lot like the older Need for Speed games, like in like the streets of Tokyo, and you're doing like epic drifts and stuff like that. And so some of the things I'd like to see, I know it's a little too late to send in recommendations and stuff, because since this is like they've already probably started developing it by now, it's probably too late to like ask them tell them what to do, give them recommendations, stuff like that. I'm kind of like hoping for maybe like better AI, like, so as you can see up here, these guys are drag racing, and that Lamborghini just nailed the car. I guess you could say it's probably because they were side by side, but still, the AI is still a little bit wonky. I mean, they can make improvements, but I guess they're still developing it, right? Some other things that would be really cool. Maybe some different. I'd like different, like more body parts. Oh, great. Well, that's a stare. I'd like more body part customizable things. I find they don't have a lot of those kind of things yet. So like, for example, alright, I'll stop for a second here, and I'll show you what I mean. So my car currently has like a bumper, and a bumper, side skid, a rear bumper, and a wing on it. I'd like more of those, like more options for that. I know that's probably a lot like Need for Speed, but where else are you gonna really go from here? So also unlike this game where they have, I forget how many, but there's like a crap load of missions. Not really missions, but like here events. It's like in here all the events you have to do like are how many? There's like something. Ugh, the hell? I'm pressing every single button on my gamepad for some reason. So I believe there's over 150 of them, of these mission things that we're supposed to do, and like I guess the first few are part of a storyline, but once you get past that part, it isn't really a storyline. So a storyline would be really cool as well, like an actual storyline, like in Horizon 1. Of course, I did play Horizon 1, if you're wondering, but of course I didn't record it. I didn't have a recording software back then, nor did I have anything, nor do I still, to this date, have anything to record 360 with. Maybe I'll look into that, maybe I won't, I don't know. Still thinking about that one. But yeah, some other things. I mean, the graphics in this game are pretty cool. I'd like the weather, like in Forza 6, to actually have an effect, though. That'd be pretty cool. So like if the weather actually had an effect on like the road conditions. I don't really care about like tire wear and all that stuff, but like on the having it like affect like the road conditions, making it more slippery, that would be pretty cool. Or like it actually accumulates in the water, like on the roads here. That'd be pretty cool. Like as you saw at the beginning, the rain doesn't really accumulate. It just flows onto your car, like for like that visual effect, but it doesn't really stay on the ground. I guess maybe it does. It gives like the wet feeling of the floor, but there's not really puddles like there is in 6, Forza 6. Ah, man. Yeah, they don't, but they don't have like the pedal. Did you really just, yeah, you did that. Wait a second. Did a bumper fall? It must have been his bumper. But yeah, like I'd like the puddles to actually have an effect. I don't really have anything to complain about the car list. I like more recent cars though. Like I'm talking like the new Acura NSX that is out. but it wasn't in Forza 6 for some reason. Maybe they're making a DLC for that. But that would be sick to have in that game. Like, I want to drive that thing. It looks so cool from the pictures I've seen. Like, actual pictures of the car in real life. They look so cool. Some other things, maybe, like, new supercars. Like, for example, the new Bugatti. I mean, Forza, this one, Forza Horizon 2, did pretty good with the car list. I mean, it's got a lot of cars to pick from, and I've played it for, how old is this game now? Got how old this game is. I think it's like a year and a half now. I played this game for like a year and a half. I haven't run out of cars to pick from. Like, you can go from crazy souping out Mini Coopers to like super cars, like the 918 Spider, part of the Porsche expansion pack and all that. I mean, like, they did, and to be honest, they did a really good job on the DLCs in this game. I have Forza 6 as well, as you guys saw from like the demos I did when it first came out. The demo episodes in the beginning of it. I did that. I didn't really like that, to be honest. I don't really like the Forza Motorsport games anymore. So as I said, I have the 360 as well, and I played Forza Horizon 1. I played Forza Motorsports 3. That's probably my favorite motorsports, not Horizon, like not including Horizon, but out of the motorsports, that's probably one of my favorites. And if you're wondering why all the sniffling and all that, still sick, still got my cold, not having a fun time with that. But I'm still getting videos up for you guys. For you guys to enjoy. So yeah. So go check out the video. I don't think I should leave the link because it's not my article. So, but just go look it up. Forza Horizon 3 leak. I probably can't leave the link just because of the fact of copyright and all that, as I said. But should be really cool. Can't wait for the Forza Horizon 3. Definitely will be uploading some good vids of that. Probably if the demo comes out anytime soon. Not soon. Like 6 months from now, probably. I'll be sure to get some videos up when it comes out. Yeah. So probably not gonna end it there though. Maybe just I don't know. What should we talk about? What else is there to talk about? I mean, to be honest, that could be a fake video. So if you're watching this and you have seen the video, you know what I mean. It could possibly be a fake video. The quality is really bad on the video because, of course, it's probably like a what do you call it? It's probably like a handheld cell phone recording. Like, it's literally just a camera on your cell phone. Like, go get your phone, iPod, whatever, and like start recording something. You'll see how, like, compared to an actual camera that you like buy, like a legit camera that you'll buy from like Kodu or whatever they're called. Like, buying a legit camera from that, you'll get like a lot better quality compared to like your iPhone screen and all that. But no, now we're off topic. So something else that'd be really cool, but also kind of is a Need for Speed thing, would be like if they did more of the drifting, more drag. Like if they added events for that, that would be so cool. So like you could kind of do that in this game, like just in the free roam. But like let's say like you have an open strip, like, well, technically there's a drag event, but technically it's not really part of the game. Like in part of the story mode of the game. Like, you don't need classes like there are in the crew. Like, they have, like, the new drag and drift classes in the crew. But, yeah, like, they don't need that. Like, to be honest, they don't really need, like, different classes. Like, their ranking system for every car, I'm pretty sure, like, I like that personally. I personally like that. I am literally repeating myself. I swear I've said pretty much every word I've said in a sentence twice at least in the same sentence. Like, I prefer, Jesus. Alright, but, like, add more drifting, like, add drift tires, like, add back the drag tires like he did in Forza 5. Like, those things are cool. They make the game better. Like, things like that are what people do in this game after they're done, like, things like the campaign and all that, and they're just chilling out with their friends, messing around in some open lobbies. Like, that's what people do for fun after they're done, like, the campaign and stuff. You know, what else would be really quite cool? Like a whole, like a crew kind of multiplayer as well. So you could either do like a single player campaign, or you could do like a multiplayer campaign, like they did in BO3. Of course, it's as a Call of Duty game, but they could do like the same kind of concept. Like you could do a multiplayer, like a crew kind of racing kind of feel to it for the campaign, but like not like an AI crew, like a you and your squad, you and your friends, you go out, you compete, you actually fight other people, kind of like Clash Clans, Clan Wars, kind of like that thing. I think that'd be a really cool thing to add. I personally would be a fan of that. I mean, now I'm giving recommendations, but like these are things that I kind of might think that they could possibly that they might possibly add in the future, if not in this game, maybe another one, but that would be pretty cool, to be honest. Like, I think probably one of the best things to add would be that group campaign, and maybe the drift and drag specific stuff, so people can do that when they don't want to do the campaign and stuff. But I'd say that'd be pretty dope. What else? What else is there they could possibly add? They could add like maybe a track you can go to. Like I know in the crew they have a track that you can race on. I think it's the Indianapolis 500 track or something like that. You can race on that. Like you can actually go to it and like free roam and drive on it. That'd be kind of cool in this, to be honest. Like you could like go to a track. Like so you know how so you know how here they have like a actual like city here of France, right? They actually have this. Honestly I haven't looked at like a real map, but like so they have this. It looks like a real place, right? But they could do that for somewhere like the United States or something like that actually like have racetracks and like add that in, like add a racetrack. That would be pretty cool. Like you can go with your friends, go off the line yourself. Like you don't have to start an event if you really want to. Maybe there could be an event there. Cool, that'd be pretty cool too. That's something that they might do. Like you know how they added the Top Gear track in 6 and 5 of Forza Motorsports, like that kind of thing. Like putting like something like that in the game would be cool. What else is there? I don't think there's really much else. I really think that's it. That's all they could possibly add. I mean, more customization is something they could possibly add as well, but I've already went over that. Maybe they could add like an actual like drift spot, like a drifting location. Like I said, like drift things. Like that could be a possible thing as well, which would be pretty cool, to be honest. I probably said to be honest every time I said something cool, like something that I think is cool. So now you guys might have different opinions on these things, but I'm just putting out things that I would personally think that they might add. You guys probably have some more opinions. You can leave those down in the comments if you'd like. I'll check them out, say what I think about them. What else is there? I've also said what else is there about 47 times in the same sentence. He says as he flips off of that and slides on his roof for about 5 feet. Maybe like massive insane jumps kind of thing. No, but like what I'm thinking about now is that they might take things from other games and incorporate them in here and do things like that. That's the only thing. Like I don't want them to make their game a lot like Need for Speed. So let's have an example quickly here before I wrap up the video. So let's say they do a Tokyo thing, right? So they do a thing in Tokyo. But to be honest, Tokyo is more of like a thing you'd see in a Need for Speed game, right? Not to be like not to say that they shouldn't do it, like they should do it the right way. Cause like as the example Need for Speed set, it was like a drift spot, like you go up the. There's just one scene I remember from something where they drift up, like you know how they have those spirals and like a car park elevator thing, like they have a spiral up instead of like multiple like slants up, going up. Like they drift around those like side by side tandeming stuff like that. Like that's what the Need for Speed set the bar for what it looks like in Tokyo. So I don't like, to be honest, I think that'd be veering a lot towards like the Need for Speed stuff. And then if they did like they instead of doing car the value, but the ranking of the car, they do classes. That'd be a lot like the crew. And if they did like big jump things, like big jump competition stuff like that, that'd be a lot of the crew as well. See, so like, that's the only problem. Having a game first and then running out of ideas and then like thinking about ideas, but then you go and you realize that they've already taken by other games that have come after you, learn from what you've done, and taken that and put it in. Because like Gran Turismo, a game I don't really play, but I played it once and then I hated it, to be honest. Like stuff like that. Like, so where was I going with this? So like first come gets first serve, but then the people afterwards have time to improve on your ideas. Meanwhile, you're still pumping out the same game, and then when people get sick and tired of that same game, you have to come up with new ideas, but they're all taken by other companies, like the Need for Speed franchise, which probably came first, and the Crew, and what else is there? What other racing games? Project Cars that just came out recently, Assetto Corsa, which is supposed to come out for the Xbox sometime soon as well. Like stuff like that have come in, and they're taking stuff like that, put it in their games, and you can't really use that without like people saying, "Oh my God, you made your game so much like Need for Speed, holy cow!" Like I didn't want your games to be like Need for Speed. I like them how you are, and then you'll get the people like, "Oh my God, I love this. Why didn't you like do this before? Like this is amazing." The only problem with that is like no matter what you do, no matter what you try, you're always gonna get mixed opinions. Cause like no one, as people always say, and your teachers will always teach you, and as parents will always tell you, no one is the same as someone else. So someone else's opinion it probably is most likely different than yours. And if you're like, yeah, so that's just how it goes. So you'll never like make everyone happy. Not every single person who buys your game will be happy. Unless you make the perfect game, which we know is probably impossible. But that was my little talk about Forza Horizon 3, the leak, all that, what I kind of see might to come, what they shouldn't do to avoid like being too much like other games. But that's going to wrap it up for this one. Hope you guys all enjoyed, and I will see you all in the next one.